Welcome to Mostly Laughter, Some Slaughter, the Eschaton. Uh, so, uh, our friends from the north aren't around this weekend. Leo and I are gonna do some play testing of the Eschaton. I've got some uh, new new stuff. There's like units that you use when you're doing organization moves, and I would really love to test out the committee chair uh, uh, playbook. Um,
Okay.
if you're up for that.
Sweet.
Okay. Uh,
So, so do I grab the blank one?
Um, there should be a one that's entitled the Blank Committee Chair Character Sheet.
Yeah.
Um,
At the
and
top?
yeah, yeah.
Are they the
In
same as
theory, that's
the
actually.
meeting chair or what?
Are they the same as what?
The citizen?
Um, no, they're a little bit different. They rather than having their own like world, uh, the committee chairs are uh, essentially really good at being like political power brokers. They're on sort of they're on uh, a sort of a governmental committee that decides on something important. You can sort of define it a little.
Okay.
Um, so one thing you may want to do while filling it out is rather than using the going back and forth between bio and info in the character sheet, uh, I can uh, open up way at the bottom. Uh, there's a committee chair template. You can have that open instead while doing it, and that might make it a little easier.
Okay. Bio. Where's it? Okay. Got it. So have that open and then. Gotcha. Okay.
Um, yeah, and one thing another thing I did since we last played uh, is that I broke up like the basic and peripheral moves into smaller categories. Uh, I'm hoping that'll actually make it less clunky because when you're looking for a move, you'll have sort of a idea of what sort of move you're looking for, so you can find it faster. We'll see. There's still like uh, too many moves probably to deal with. Like it's too many to keep in mind. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping that bit of reorganization will help. Um, so,
Hmm.
uh, let's see. And you've done faults before, right? That's been around for a while. Okay. So, where are you so far?
Mm, thinking about the structure of the group. I'm before I like to kind of go over a name and their. So what I'm thinking about is like an ambiguous type of like a rock person, basically, like a floating, talking rock, basically,
Okay.
sentient rock. Um, so I'm thinking like ambiguous is our gender,
Okay.
and asymmetric. Is that what you say?
Asymmetric.
Asymmetric. And
So that's interesting. So uh, so not just a rock that's vaguely humanoid, but their limbs aren't even laid out in a symmetric fashion.
no, I'm just like if you grabbed a quartz crystal and just let it float there. That's kind of
Cool.
because yeah, I'm just like and our the reason why we're power brokers is that um, we basically give mining permission for pretty much anywhere in the galaxy. Like since we're sentient beings, we can tell if any of us are on that asteroid. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to tell us apart
Mm-hmm.
from just ordinary rocks, other than the fact that we glow and we talk. Uh, and I guess we kind of like talk in using some type of like I guess flashes of lights
Okay.
and a computer system that's hooked up to us that we've designed to translate what we're seeing. Um, I'm thinking like
Hmm. So yeah, I'm looking at the body tags to see if there's anything that really works and brings that out. Um, I don't think there is, but we can definitely like come up with something
yeah
right now that and just like add it to canon.
yeah. How about it? I don't know.
Uh, oh well, okay. Actually, there is an armored body tag, which I don't define very well, but like it's a holdover. But you could just take that as uh, uh,
We're talking about
and
body
it's a
tags.
yeah, yeah. So I may be skipping ahead, but since you said like rock creature, that it made me think of
Oh, so
looking
not
at that.
like technical or humanoid, but armor.
Oh no, no, not as the body type. That keep the asymmetric. Um, uh, but just to like uh, have some amount of like rules definition towards the uh, having this rock body.
Mhm. Where would I put that?
Okay, so
I don't know where
let's.
you're talking about, sir. So what do you mean by body tag? Because I've not seen it on my character
Okay,
sheet.
okay. So, I mean, go ahead and uh, on the rather than bio and info, but under the character sheet part, fill in like ambiguous gender, uh, asymmetric body. Uh,
Dang
you
it!
know,
Oh, permanently sick.
I'm sorry.
I said, dang it!
Oh,
I put it in the wrong spot then, huh?
all right. No, there's like an actual character sheet now.
Uh, okay.
It's cooler.
Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Um,
Uh, do I not have a spot for body tags? That's yeah. It sure looks like I neglected that. Um, well, okay. I mean, there's a space for notes, or you could put it under. You could put it under holdings, I suppose.
got it. I'll get it.
Um, so going in order. Next is moves. You get power broker, convert, convene an emergency meeting, and then one more. Um, and the two choices right now are politically connected, which is uh, uh, probably like for efficiency's sake, that's where you'd probably want to go. Or you could take Mindscape Firewalls, uh, which which would
Where?
help you against somebody else messing with your mind, but like half of it wouldn't kick in because there aren't other PCs.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, moves and all that, but where are they at on the character sheet?
Where are the moves on the character sheet?
Yeah, because all I see is playbook moves. Is that it?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, and
Oh,
and yeah, you can
so
just
I might know
refill in
what's.
the you can refill in the ones that are there, and then there's a add button at the bottom to add one more.
So I get these three moves.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
well, okay. So there's two that you get automatically: Power Broker and Convene an Emergency Meeting.
Uh, where is that? All I see is you get Power Broker, an Eschaton government body, and one other move. It does not say. Oh,
Was it? Uh,
okay. So
hold on. Let
looking
me
at the
see.
template here. Hold on a second.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Okay, I see
That
it now.
was
It's where it's underneath there. Okay. So Power Broker is based on Suave. Suave. Okay. Um, and then the next one is there an organization is effectively immune to direct conflict? Okay. So that's not really a power or move. It's like an effect of being. And then
uh, yes. Okay.
does that? I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
if that.
I'm sorry. Let me check.
Right?
The confusion is that there's a change uh, somewhere between when I uh, last did the committee chair template and the blank committee chair. I mean they're supposed to be the same, but uh, during the iteration process of making stuff, uh, one or the other didn't get updated. Uh, Let me. I'm looking through the.
Well, because both of them have it. Because Mimi. Oh,
Okay.
means to meaning.
Okay. Okay.
They
So
have,
yeah. So what I was saying was wrong. What you were looking at was correct.
okay,
So you do
so
you get Power Broker, Eschaton, government body, and then you can pick one other. So there's three different choices, as well as the two that you get automatically. Yeah, and yeah, Eschaton government body. You don't. Yeah, you should like note it as one of your moves, even though you don't. It's not something that you roll. You can just put where it asks for roll. You can just put. You can just put NA.
okay.
I think this is a yeah.
Put it there for now. Okay, so I got convenient emergency meeting. That's swab, and I get one other.
Oh, you get Power Broker, Eschaton government body, and then one other, which could be convenient emergency meeting.
Oh,
But there's a couple other options.
and then Mindscape firewalls. So if I have Mindscape firewalls, it's hard for me to act. I think I'll go with the firewalls.
Okay.
That's based on act. So there's no step.
So that's another one where you generally don't have to. Uh, well, okay, yeah, I would.
Sorry,
Yeah, when you roll it, it's yeah, a bonus to your act under duress.
got it.
So you could mark it either at. It doesn't matter really whether you mark it as NA or as what is the bonus for act under duress? I forgot. Probably badass. Oh, actually, yeah. Act depends on uh, I'm curious what when you roll it, does it ask you to? Huh. Yeah, it assumes badass.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the stats. Focus 0, swab 2, badass 0, synthesis 1.
Okay.
Okay. And then base rep is 5. Okay, got it.
Which is huge, huge.
Fortune is the final personal stat that is determined. What? Fortune?
Yes.
So,
There are some things that cause you to roll it. Yeah.
Okay, I will. I won't worry about
Okay.
it right now. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Holdings. You are an autarch and the chairperson of the society. Da, da, da. So where's the surpluses at now?
Okay.
That's,
So on the journal tab in Roll20, under handouts, there's surplus and need. List them.
okay. Surpluses. So I cannot pick other than vacation destination or violence. And a need other than Saturday. Okay.
Mark under notes.
I'll go with scientific inquiry.
Cool.
Okay. So we're need. Um, okay, I'm gonna select.
So,
Sorry.
so you
Go ahead.
took scientific inquiry as your surplus. Have you chosen a need yet?
Yep. Obligation.
Okay.
And then organization descriptors.
Uh, oh, descriptors. Yes. So on Roll20, right under surplus and need, there's a handout for organization descriptors. Um,
I gotcha.
and
See ya.
the community share has sort of a restricted list because as like part of meta society, they have to sort of conform to the forms of government that meta society approves of, rather
Gotcha.
than being like a private fiefdom unto themselves.
That'd be a little hard to be power brokers if you're like that, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, hmm. Ad hoc, bureaucratic, public. Public kind of sounds good.
Which does?
Republic.
I don't think Republic is on the list.
Really? Okay. Maybe I'm reading the wrong list.
Okay.
Maybe just double check.
Yeah, I mean, you, yeah, it's. So you start off with constitutional, directly democratic, open society. And then one more from the list of bureaucratic, ad hoc, egalitarian, cybersinicy, distributist, and anocracy.
Oh.
And the the descriptors handout just gives like definitions for those.
I will say cybernicity, whatever that is.
Cybersinicy. Yeah,
Right,
so,
you rule by a secluded data fed group on basis of facts only. Got it. All right.
And then you can mark those. Oh, okay.
No.
So, then a stat line for your organization.
Yep. So I got 206, 116, or 3 minus 1 minus 3. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of extreme.
I'll go 116 then.
Okay.
Kind of be like a little holdings rate. Okay.
Okay. So for the small state on a world of your choosing, we can if you want, there's a couple of ways we can go about that. We can go ahead and like quickly make a couple of citizen NPCs, and you can choose between their two worlds. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Normally, you'd be, like choosing probably like a PC world, but let's go ahead and do that if you don't mind.
Do what?
PC? Okay.
Sure.
So, I don't know if we've. Oh, no worries. I don't know if we've gone through the procedure of making NPCs. That may be new. But it's kind of cool. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm going to uh, make a new handout for.
Oh yeah, so because I gotta put my world with other NPCs, right?
Yeah.
The NPCs. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay. So if you open up the check head mail. Uh,
Check email.
Move, which is under social moves.
Got it. Check email. Got it.
Okay. Um, uh, the way this works is that we'll go back and forth picking traits uh, for until I guess I decide that there's enough. That's all the traits that I want to deal with. But you get to pick the first trait, so it can be any of the appearance traits, or any of the traits below that.
Um, I'll go with humanoid.
Okay. Okay. I'll go with. I'll go with the vocal trait, melodious voice.
Okay. Mm, oh, personality trait, smartass.
Okay.
I like that one.
Yeah. Uh, I'm gonna go with ambitious.
Ah. Hmm. Um, animalize.
Okay. What animal you pick?
Snake.
Okay. Um, uh, eh, I think that's probably good enough for now.
Okay.
Um, so there isn't really a procedure for picking like their government type, but I think that uh, I think the government that they have will probably matter a lot. So we'll just do something similar, just going back and forth. Uh,
Okay.
so under organization descriptors, uh, go ahead and pick one. I think anyone.
Um, capitalist.
Okay. Uh, go with ad hoc.
Another one.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, hmm. Hmm. Bureaucratic.
Ooh, okay. Um, so bureaucratic is
Oh, ad hoc wouldn't fit with bureaucratic. Yeah,
that's
you're right.
fine. Uh,
No, it's okay.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no. That so what that means is that they claim to be one of those, but are actually the other. Uh, and and I'll let you choose which. Which are they actually ad hoc or are they actually bureaucratic? Uh,
I think they're actually ad hoc, and they pretend to be bureaucratic.
okay. So yeah, uh, uh, they claim there is rule of law and uh, that all these bureaus and administrators matter, but they don't. And I'm going to choose a final descriptor. I'm going to make it an oligarchy, which I think fits quite well with capitalist.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, and let's see. Let's choose a name for this person. about Tycho?
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're gonna go through this one more time.
Okay.
And you get to pick an trait first.
Trait? Oh, another NPC that works with me?
Yeah, yeah. Because you'll get to choose between the two worlds.
Oh. Let's see here. Sorry. Where's the traits at again?
Oh, under handouts. Oh no, not under handouts. I'm sorry. Under social moves, check head mail.
Sorry, okay, trait. Uh, um, okay, vocal traits, I'll say they're childlike.
Okay. Uh, I'll choose a female gender.
Okay.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go ahead and add a gender for Tycho just of shifting. They like uh, from day to day they will hop into the they like re-sleeve to whatever they feel like. Okay, but back on the second NPC. I'm gonna choose another trait.
uh, Trying to think of a. Um, what's dogmatic?
Um, they have some sort of ideology that they are dead set on.
We'll go with that one.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna add paranoid.
Nice.
Do you want to add one more, or we could call it there? I mean, that's
I think that's good.
okay.
And then we give this person a government, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking these guys are like feudal.
Feudal. Okay. Uh, ooh. It's a weird contrast, but I'm gonna go with demarchy. So it's like this feudal system where it's uh, lords and serfs and such, but every so often they randomly determine who gets to be a lord.
Wow. I like it.
Let's take at least one more. Maybe maybe something to do with the information, rather either open or restricted.
Mm,
But whatever you want.
you mean like open society or restricted information?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I think restricted information
Okay.
probably fit them.
Okay. Uh, I guess I am going to add one more anocracy,
Yeah.
which is that there isn't like there isn't like a king of this feudal system. It's just like competing factions of lords, even though they switch uh, switch who is a lord every so often.
Hilarious.
Uh, would you like to choose a name for her, or shall I?
Go for it.
Okay.
My name generating brain is dead right now. Took me forever to just come up with my name.
Ah, well, I'm just gonna grab one off of Oh Nice, uh, off of the suggested list, and Lorelei.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So if I roll Power Broker Swab, it adds my swab or no? It does add my swab. Interesting.
Yeah, it should.
Alright.
Okay. Uh, which world would you like to be on?
I think the world where the chick is in church.
Okay. All right.
One where it's constantly changing and stuff. Because I feel like our society kind of fits in there a little bit. Because our colors change all the time. And I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I like it.
Yeah. Because with our government body, definitely different.
Okay, so we've done that. Now going back to your character sheet.
Yeah.
So you get a choice of
Bonds.
well, before bonds, you get a choice of one of those three holdings.
Oh.
Gang-sized staff of robots, nation-sized population, but still scattered amongst the solar system, or actually possibly some outside of the solar system, and the local portion of your population being city size. So that'd be like a concentration of people on this committee is in this system.
Yeah, I think we're like scattered. So, not like that. But we're scattered, nation size, but we're scattered.
Okay.
Because that kind of lies under the guise of what we do. It's like they found us and we exist. And now to prevent more of our people dying to these mining companies, you know, we're trying to find our people.
Okay. Well, sort of built into the idea of the committee chair is that they're sort of integrated into meta society, like the not just the local solar system, but you know, the trans system government, which is you know, composed of a bunch of different you know, species. Um,
Yeah, I think, yeah, because we're looking for more of our species, kind of.
okay.
Because we were, you know, kind of like, because we are scattered, because we're rocks, you know? And we're pretty sure that there's more of us out there, and we're trying to find them, and I think that's the reason why we wanted to, we're doing the job what we're doing, because it serves both means to the end. You know, I understand what you're saying is that we're already integrated in society, but we want to bring more of us.
No, well, you are. You know, you have being a committee chair is a position of some influence within like greater society, but yeah, the rest of your people may not be.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Bring them to the fold, man. Let's bring them in.
Okay, so one thing that I don't have listed on the playbook, and this is something that I definitely want to correct, is we should choose like a focus of what your committee does.
Okay.
So often this would be something like resource allocation, but it could be like a judiciary committee where you decide on you know, essentially court cases, or what else would make sense? It could be sort of like a defense committee where it's you make decisions about how to deal with you know, the Lords of the Outer Dark, that sort of thing.
Nice.
By default, I would suggest like a resource allocation, but you know, any of those three, or if you wanted to come up with something else, I'd be totally open to it.
I see. Um. Maybe I had a dream of being. I'm thinking like I am right now. It's not the job I wanted, but it's got my foot in the door, so to speak.
Hmm.
It's I'm the head of the Gambling Gaming Commission. So we do, yeah, I guess that's resource allocation, right? Or where we
Well, okay. So if it was like a gambling and gaming, it would be uh, more specific than resource allocation. Um, but would yeah, it would regulate how uh, huh. Well, okay. Uh, I guess the gaming it depends on how wide you want to define gaming. I mean, if it's just you know specific to if it's essentially just like a gambling commission, that might be too narrow.
really.
Like there'd be that would be sort of a limited pull. Like it could be gambling over a fairly wide area, but I think uh, each world would pretty much be at liberty to determine that sort of thing. Um, but if you took gaming as open ended and it includes ways of uh, allocating resources for developing new games, and it covers all sorts of like uh, virtual games, which I imagine like a lot of a lot of like autarchs spend uh, you know pretty much all of their time in various virtual worlds. Um, that would probably be about the right that would be a pretty workable scope.
Oh, okay. So I'm basically like making sure that there's no weird games in the mix, basically, for someone to lose their mind.
Well, yeah, it would cover like uh, handling complaints about uh, games that may have you know memes that are destructive to overall society, or that are just uh, you know stuff like that. But yeah.
Gotcha. Um. Hmm. Shit.
So does that still sound like something you want to do?
Yeah. Hmm.
Or do you want to go in a different direction, or what are you thinking?
So what I was thinking before, like, okay, yeah, I guess you're right. It's because it's you got to be more broad based. That way, you have more power, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In a way. So, like, a union wouldn't work any either because that'd be too narrow as well. Like,
Oh,
like,
like union, like a some
like,
sort of workers union.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
No, that could totally work. Um,
like, workers' rights and stuff like that.
sure.
But we're not communists, so that doesn't. I
Well,
guess.
okay. So, uh,
Hmm, trying to figure out.
yeah, I mean, meta society is sort of it's largely uh, post scarcity. Um, so most people, unless they're on a sort of a barbaric world, don't have to work just to like be able to eat and be and have housing and stuff like that. Um, but uh, to go from being an autarch to a citizen, you do have to work for a considerable amount of time or to create a considerable benefit as far as people vote on. So being on handling sort of an autarch's union that handles people who are working on uh, working for citizens would in fact would be perfect in scope. Like that could be really cool.
All right, let's go with that.
Okay. Um, okay, so I'm gonna add another. I'm gonna add that to my notes, and on the character sheet, yeah, be sure to put down for playbook committee chair of, and then uh, name the committee, like it could be like the Autarch Workers Union Committee, or something else. Like that would
So
be like the
crowd broker, and then put down of the.
the playbook is committee chair.
What do you mean playbook?
At the top of the character sheet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm going crazy.
Well, you're in good company.
Um,
Okay. So you're deciding on an organization name, or
yeah. Uh, yeah.
well, you can get back to it, or like you could like temporarily just put in like Autarch Workers Union, um, as like a placeholder till you come up with something you like better.
UWU,
Okay.
which stands for Universal Workers Union.
Cool. I like it.
Alright.
Oh, and be sure to choose a fault, which is like near the top of the stuff for the committee chair template.
Mhm.
It's right after the look choices.
I think we're gonna be meddlesome.
Okay.
Or my race is, anyways.
Well, no, this would be you, you particularly.
Yeah. Or yeah, I'm meddlesome. I like to put my nose in people's business without not they
So,
want me to. Not.
yeah. So while this is a one shot, um, anytime that you poking your nose into somebody else's business, uh, like advances the story or make things difficult for you, you mark experience.
Mark what?
You mark experience
Ah.
towards getting new stuff. Okay. Now bonds.
Yeah.
Okay. So and these will be bonds with Tycho and Lorelei. Um, go ahead and uh, choose one for each of them.
Uh, uh, I you have a mutual defense treaty with the lady. What's her name? Lorelei.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's the lady, right?
Yes.
Um, the other PC chooses whether it takes the treaty seriously or whether helping the other organization makes things more difficult for you. Mark experience either.
Okay. Uh, let me see. Uh, I think that well, uh, yeah, she takes that. She takes that seriously. Okay. And I should go ahead and pick one between the two of them.
Okay. the other PC knows a secret about me that makes things difficult to reveal.
Okay. Okay, so you get to choose what the secret is, and then I'll decide how they found out.
Um, let's see here. I think in I like I think I use like a pseudonym in the Mindscape to hack people and try to get information to blackmail them later or whatever. And I think he found out what my pseudonym is. He found out it was me.
Okay. Alrighty. So, I, oh, let me choose some, let's choose some names for these worlds. I think that they're in close proximity. But there's a, okay. There. Yes, Tycho named his world Tychonia, but he's not a megalomaniac. It just worked out that way. Maybe this is Tycho of Tychonia. My notes. Oh. And they run to all players. All just. Where's Reggie on this list? I don't see it. Okay, I'll just do all players. call it New Byzantium. Where? Okay. Um, so, uh, before we jump in, if you don't mind, let's take a little break.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Uh, let's call that a just just like 5 minutes. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Um, Alrighty. We'll be back shortly. Please stick around.